Hi, this is Stan Phelps from marketinglanyap.com, and welcome to episode 16 of the Purple Goldfish video podcast. Today Jack and I are going to talk about the idea of meeting expectations and what happens when you need to continuously raise your game for your purple goldfish. We're also going to take a look at the burning question, and I've got some great news to share with regard to the burning question contest. Today's podcast is brought to you by Synergy Events, an award-winning experiential marketing agency.
Another purple goldfish. Stan Phelps, Jack Campese, talking lanyap.
Jack, you look a little relaxed. Did the tropics got to you, or?
This shirt was a gift from my buddy Nick and his wife Carol from their honeymoon. This is a real Hawaiian shirt from Hawaii.
Wow.
You know, the open look. Because
Yeah.
you know, you go both ways. This one's pretty colorful.
We might have to edit that last thing out.
Okay. The challenge. Send me your
ugly shirt.
festive shirts, and I'll give you a shout out, and we're gonna give some money to the
Charity.
to the food bank.
You gotta straighten yourself up here.
Whatever, dude.
All right, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about for those who showed up late. What's this? Just give me a recap. What is lanyap?
Lanyap. So we're talking about lanyap is a Creole word. Essentially means the little something extra. So if you're down in Louisiana, it's typical for the merchant to throw a little something extra in at the time of purchase, kind of for good measure and whatnot.
All right. And some of the Hall of Famers, Stu Leonard's gives you an ice cream cone.
Spend $100, you get an ice cream cone or a cup of coffee. We visited the Doubletree Hotel.
Chocolate chip cookie.
Get the warm chocolate chip cookie when you check in. Southwest Airlines right now, bags fly free. Little cookie action.
What?
there.
Nothing. I'm not gonna.
Talked about Five Guys burgers and fries. You get the peanuts when you walk through the door. You get the bonus fries, which we know we all love.
Mm-hmm.
So tons of great examples out there.
Now, a lot of these things that you're talking about, I go to a place, the first time I go there, wow, this is awesome. But the 15th time I go there, now it's sort of not a surprise anymore.
Right.
It's almost expected now.
Becomes expected, right.
So what happens when, you know, pitcher's got a great fastball and he's blowing through the lineup. Second or third time through the lineup, the hitters adjust.
Right.
And he's got to have another pitch.
Well, it's funny you say that because sometimes your competitors adjust, right? And we talked about before, I was actually talking with someone the other day, this guy Peter, and Peter was saying when he used to be a business traveler, he can remember when a couple of the hotels gave you free Wi-Fi. It was a throw-in, kind of that added little extra. He thought that was so neat. When you think about it now when you travel, I mean, that's the exception and not the rule. So it almost, it comes into what I call the baker's dozen. When I explain to people what lanyap is, and they say, oh, that's the baker's dozen. I said, no, not really.
I said that in the first episode of the Purple Goldfish podcast.
Right. Because when you expect to get the 13th bagel when you buy a dozen. So that's really not unexpected. It's the unexpected has become expected. So to your point, I think you always have to continue to kind of mix it up and do something that truly is an added value and not what everyone else is doing.
Now, there's also something that happens where the expected becomes like the bar. You raise the bar,
right?
And expectations get to that bar. Is there any example of somebody who comes up with something different, or the
Well, I think this is when it goes back to whatever you pick, Jack, needs to be signature and unique to who you are as a person and who your business is. Because if you get something that's signature, then it really can't be copied. And it becomes part of kind of your DNA.
So it makes you unique.
Unique, and it becomes authentic to who you are.
And along with the Wi-Fi, what's the Hampton Inn?
Oh, Hampton does a cooked breakfast now, but coming up in a few weeks, they're actually going to be offering waffles. So they're actually upping their game further. Have you ever been to those places where you pour the mix in?
Hampton Inn actually has already implemented it, because I was just at a Hampton Inn.
Okay.
And the first day I was in a hurry, so I didn't get the waffle. And I was planning on my second morning.
Maybe they're test marketing it.
Golden, Colorado. But then I got an early meeting called, and I had to just grab a bagel, probably the 14th bagel. Back to the baker's dozen, if you didn't catch that. And I didn't get my waffle, so
okay.
Well, I'm probably
next time
I'm gonna get a waffle after this podcast. Hey, I think that's
is that a podcast?
that just about covers it for me. Anything else to add?
No, other than we're still collecting examples for the Purple Goldfish project. So if you catch a purple goldfish, you can go to marketinglanyap.com, submit your example.
We're trying to get 1,001, so we need your help, folks.
We need your help, yeah.
And also, we need material for the podcast. So if you've got questions for us, submit them to the site. Comments, ugly shirts, whatever. Send them to us. And like I said, ugly shirt, you get a shout out. And other than that, thanks for joining us. Want some?
No. Okay, I wanted to finish up today's podcast with just a couple of quick updates and some great news. First, the quick update is we're plugging along in the Purple Goldfish project. We're at 469 examples. So still have that lofty goal of getting 1,001 examples of Marketing Lanyap, trying to find 1,001 purple goldfish. So we're almost at the halfway mark. Please send me your examples. Again, every example I receive, a non-perishable food item, goes to the Thomas Merton Center in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Back in episode 8, I had mentioned that I had entered the Purple Goldfish project into the Burning Question contest. And just to give you a refresher, Bob Gilbreth of Bridge Worldwide and Jim Stengel were sponsoring a contest where they were trying to determine what's the burning question in marketing, and what's that thing that needs to be answered to take marketing to the next level. And I thought it was a great platform to throw out the idea of a purple goldfish. The good news, we won the contest, so I'm heading over to Cannes, however you say it, tomato. I'm going in a little over a week. I'll be at the festival, the Cannes Lions Advertising Festival, for the whole week. I'm going to be tweeting, I'm going to be blogging, I'm going to be doing some video interviews. So look for that content. You can follow everything at the hashtag @Cannes. So very excited about it, and we'll keep you updated.